Hello again, and here we go again. Really doesn't seem like a year, does it? Well, sadly, no Roach this time around. He's been struggling to shake off the effects of an old knee injury all season. But Sean Kelly, the world's #1, does go. So too does Robert Miller, who takes over as leader of Roach's Fagor team. Sean Yates and Malcolm Elliott are both involved, so plenty of interest on this side of the water. And we'll be here at 6:30 every evening, incidentally, with the day's highlights. Well, there's a record £800,000 in prize money on offer, £130,000 for the fastest man over the 2,050-mile course, the shortest since 1905, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the easiest. Well, there are two stages today, a team time trial, which we'll be having a look at a little later in the programme. The race actually got underway this morning, not without incident. Already, I hear you ask. Well, the riders were actually en route on the 57 miles from Pontchâteau to Machecoul when striking workers at a nearby naval shipyard held the race up. Phil Liggett has all the details.
Well, this morning stage of 91 kilometres between Pontchâteau and Machecoul was another wet start to the Tour de France, and the 198 riders were in no hurry to leave the town. The road's very narrow as they pass through the valley of the River Loire. Most of them no doubt thinking of the tough team time trial to follow in the afternoon. A series of special sprints which again carried small bonuses for the winner, 6 seconds, 4 seconds and 2 seconds, were hotly contested because the man who could gain enough of these sprints over the morning was seemingly certain for the yellow jersey this afternoon. In the white there, Steve Bauer of Canada, very attentive. And the rider who won the opening preface of the Tour there in yellow, that was Guido Bontempi. But then the whole race came to a halt as they approached the bridge over the Pont Saint-Nazaire, where the riders were forced to stop by striking shipyard workers. And for a while, total chaos reigned. All the cars in front of the Tour were brought to a standstill. The riders then filtered through the leading cars. All the press cars were held. And the strikers, in fact, allowed only the riders to proceed. None of the Tour cars were allowed to follow. And this led to immense confusion because there was a fourth category mountain prime on top of the bridge, which indeed is quite a climb. But the race was stopped, and that particular prize was annulled. Richard Marillier there, one of the Tour directors. Sean Kelly seemingly laughing there, taking it all in his stride. Adrie van der Poel and Christophe Leven, they were all happy for the rest. The race had been going precisely 20 miles. Well, after a break of some 25 minutes, the race was then restarted on the other side of the bridge. And then it was all in earnest as they made their way down to the finish at Machecoul. Well, this isn't the first time that the Tour has been brought to a stop. Indeed, in Denain, also in northern France, we lost a stage, a team time trial stage a few years ago, which was the striking steel workers on that occasion. This time it was the shipyard workers here, the final and only shipyard that builds the naval ships here in France, and worried about loss of jobs and laying off of labour. And the race developed into a breakaway of 4 riders as they broke clear. Nico Verhoeven was one of them, Teun van Vliet, Soren Lilholt and Roger Illegums. And it was Illegums at the back there who began to struggle most, and eventually the field that picked them up. Soren Lilholt tried to persist in the lead. The new champion of Denmark tried to pick up the small bonus times of 6 seconds over the line. Remember, there were 5 this morning, because enough of those and he would be in the yellow jersey this evening. Under the 4th catch sprint of the day, and Steve Bauer of Canada made his move. They swept up those 4 leaders, and as soon as Lilholt was picked up, it was Steve Bauer, having a tremendous season this year, who broke clear, and he took the victory in the finish. He won, in fact, by just 8 seconds over the whole field, and he punched the air in delight because he'd just been told he was equal on time with 2 other riders, 2 of those riders in that first breakaway, but he was the man who was going to wear the yellow jersey in the team time trial this afternoon. The whole field came in, by the way, just 8 seconds behind. They were led in by Eric van der Orden of Belgium. Eddie Plankett was in 3rd place.
Well, Bauer, in fact, barely had time to celebrate taking that yellow jersey. He was very soon back in the saddle for the team time trial and will be...